What's going on YouTube? Jeans here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are getting sandy with it. We are rocking out with an Excadrill, Donphan, and team for ranked regulation G. Now, this team right here obviously going to thrive out with the Sandstream, which is why we have to set that Sandstream. On top of that, Excadrill is rocking Sand Rush to double its speed in the Sandstorm, and Donphan has Sand Veil to raise its evasiveness in the Sandstorm. So those three Pokemon really thrive out together. Cannot wait to showcase the power of this squad. But let's talk about T-Tar real quick, as it has the Assault Vest as item. It's rocking Rock Slide, Knockoff, Icy Wind, and Terra Blast. Really solid moveset. Excadrill, on the other hand, has high horsepower, Iron Head, Protect, and Substitute. If we can set up a Substitute with this Pokemon, it can really get thriving out. Our final Sand Pokemon going to be that Donphan. Like I already mentioned, it's got Sand Veil so it can dodge some moves, but it also has the Focus Sash and Endeavor. So I can actually go down the Focus Sash, I can use Endeavor, put whatever Pokemon I want on 1 HP. Then the next turn, I can just Ice Shard for first turn priority and pretty much just pick up KOs. It also has Knockoff and high horsepower for a stab move. Our final three Pokemon on today's team are pretty standard, pretty meta. We got Whimsicott, we got Sneasler with Unburden and Electric Seeds, and obviously our restricted Pokemon in the top left-hand corner. Going to be that Miraidon. Hadron Engine, choice specs, does a lot of damage. Guys, want to run the team for yourself? Rental code is at the top right-hand corner, and if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. But without further ado, let's hop into match number 1, showcasing Excadrill, Donphan, and T-Tar in ranked regulation G. First match coming at you guys, and we are going up against a heavy Ice Rider Calyrex Trick Room team. This team just screams Trick Room, considering, look at it, Hatterene, Gallade, Indeedee, Ursaluna, Urshifu, and Ice Rider Calyrex. How are we going to get by this? How are we going to get after it? Could honestly potentially lead our Encore Pokemon, and maybe Encore somebody into that. But I mean, if they're going to lead, if they're going to end up leading, what's it called? If they end up leading, like, Indeedee, then we can't Encore. We can't really do much. I think Miraidon is going to be a great lead, just because, I don't know, man. It's actually really tough for me. I think I'm still going to go into him. I can Volt Switch Pivot. I can Snarl. Snarl could be really, really clutch for us. Or I could just go into my Sandstorm. Could go right into my Sandstorm, which, honestly, I think I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to bring both of them in. I am going to bring Miraidon, and last but not least, we are going to go Electric Seeds Miraidon, or not Miraidon, Electric Seeds Sneasler. I like this. I really wanted to lead Miraidon, but chances are they're just leading Indeedee, right? Chances are that. So I decided to go in with our Sandstorm combo and maybe just be able to substitute up turn 1 and then maybe just knock off, pick up some big time damage, kind of go from there. We'll see. We'll see, because I think they want to lead like Indeedee, Hatterene, or Indeedee and Calyrex just to get this Trick Room set up. It would pretty much be an easy call for them. If I was using this team, that's exactly what I would do. Indeedee, Hatterene, Indeedee, Calyrex. Yeah, it's simple. It is simple. So they're just gonna spam that Follow Me button. They're gonna pop that Trick Room. That's fine by me. I think I just go for a knockoff. Try to put it into the Calyrex slot. They go for Follow Me. They go for Follow Me. Whatever. And then from here, we just set up a sub with our Excadrill. Let me kind of play it a little bit slower here. I'm cool with this. I am cool with this. Let's do it. I could go for the flinch with Rock Slide. I could go for the flinch with Rock Slide. Would it be better off going for the flinch with Rock Slide? I actually think so. I think we go for flinch with Rock Slide. Let's do it. Let's go for flinch with Rock Slide. Let's go for substitute here. Let's go for a flinch, man. Let's see if we can pull it off. Obviously, knockoff can do a bit more damage. He ends up just protecting Calyrex. Okay. So it looks like he wants to pop Trick Room with Indeedee. Substitute does fly. Maybe we should have went for knockoff, but I would have sent it into the Calyrex slot. So this might work out better for us. Give me a flinch. Give me a flinch here. Give me a little flinchy flinch. Give me a little flinch. Help us out a little bit. Give me a flinch. Give me a flinch. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'll take that flinch all day. I'll take that flinch all day. They pull off that flinch there. Go for knockoff. I think Calyrex might be sending this now. So we're going to go for that into an Iron Head. Either one's not going to KO, which is kind of tough. To go for the flinch again, I might as well. I honestly might as well go for this flinch. Let's go for Rock Slide. Let's go for Iron Head into... We can double down into Calyrex, but I think a Follow Me flies here. I really do. We go for Rock Slide this time around. Again. He's going to Terrasilize Calyrex. Into what type? Water? Yeah, water. So he's pretty much guaranteed to get off Trick Room here. We got the flinch turn 1. Kind of wish we didn't at this point because we could have wasted out a turn of Trick Room. But then he would have attacked. Can we get another flinch? Can we get another flinch here? Be beautiful. Can we get another flinch going? With Rock Slide into the Calyrex slot. Go ahead, T-Tar. Get another flinch. Do it. Do it, T-Tar. Do it. Give me another flinch. Give me another one. Nah. Too good to be true. So they finally get off their Trick Room. Ursaluna's probably going to come out here if I had to guess. If I had to guess. Probably Ursaluna. And what do I do? I don't know, man. Kind of tough in this position. Hatterene actually pops out here. I am dark typing here. They do have Fairy on top of that. Gonna hit me with a Fairy move. And he's gonna go for Glacial Lance. Slight issue. Do I want to attack here? Ah, this is brutal. This is pretty brutal. Pretty brutal for us. Let's use Terra. Let's use Terra here and let's get some attacks going. Let's do this. Let's use Terra. Because I just think like it's probably going to be Dazzle Gleam into probably Glacial Lance. And I'm hoping that we can soak this with T-Tar. And we can soak it with Excadrill. And, you know, get off this Iron Head and get off this knockoff here. Should be pretty good for us. Yeah, there's Dazzle Gleam. Sub, can you eat that up, Sub? Sub, eat that up. Sub, I need you eating that up. Come on, Sub. Come on, Sub. So I'm going to lose my Excadrill. I was thinking of protecting it, too. I'm going to lose Excadrill. It does suck. T-Tar should soak this, no problem. Yeah. I was really hoping that the Excadrill could soak it up there. And then Iron Head could have flew. Which would have been really nice. Should have just protected him. Would have been a good play. Knockoff's going to fly here. Do respectable damage into Calyrex. Take off its Never Melt Ice. It's actually a good item to take off. And from here... How many turns are left in Trick Room? We might just have to go into our Sneasler at this point. Probably our play. It really sucks. We just need to waste out Trick Room. Honestly, the turn 1 flinch might have bit us, dude. So what do we have? 2 turns left in Trick Room? 3. Oh my lord, this is ugly. This is real ugly. This is real. We're gonna lose this match. Yeah, we're definitely losing this match unless we can soak up this turn. And get rid of Cal. We have to get rid of Calyrex. Because the problem here is I can't bring out Miraidon. I cannot bring out Miraidon. I cannot, because Miraidon is just gonna die out here. Spanish Force launches. Yeah, this game's that match. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing. GG's. GG's. Just a tough squad for us to play up against. I really had no counter to the Trick Room. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I looked at my team, no counter to Trick Room. I couldn't Encore because the Psychic terrain was out there, so I didn't want to bring in Whimsicott. Maybe I should have just simply led something else, but I thought the substitute play was honestly it. The sub play could have been it. If that sub would have actually ate up that Dazzle Gleam, then I could have just ripped into an Iron Head, taken out the Hatterene. We actually would have had a nice little shot at winning this match, but yeah. Once I seen this team, I was like, oh man, this is going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal, and it kind of was brutal. It kind of was brutal. We don't get swept. We get to take out Indeedee, which is great news, but other than that, just a tough matchup here. Just a tough matchup. I'm going to run this one. I stand no chance. They're just going to outspeed me. Dazzle Gleam. Use Glacial Lance. Let's go bounce back in match number 2. Moving on to match number 2, and we're looking to bounce back here up against a Lunala squad. That first match didn't go so hot. They pretty much just had a perfect team to counter us. So, tough. We didn't really have any ways to kind of stop Trick Room, and they just took advantage of it. That's what it was. Lunala here, match number 2, looking to bounce back. They also have Indeedee. Definitely going to bring that in while I have Miraidon. Do I still want to lead Miraidon? Because I kind of want to lead Miraidon and Sneasler here. And you know what? I am going to do that. If they take terrain away, I mean, I could just Volt Switch Pivot. I like that. And then I could just go into my T-Tar alongside with either Excadrill or Donphan. I'm kind of leaning towards Donphan. That first turn priority with Ice Shard could really come up clutch, especially up against like Landorus and even War Moon. I like it. So let's get Donphan some action here in match number 2. We used Excadrill in match number 1. We popped the sub. We were hoping we can actually soak the Dazzling Gleam up with the substitute. That wasn't the case. Would have been really clutch because I could have just Iron Head KO'd Hatterene. And had somewhat of a chance to kind of win that game, but I just think that Ice Rod to Calyx was getting out of hand. It really was. It was just at the point where it was just like starting to snowball. It was doing so much damage. It was outspeeding us in the Trick Room. It was just getting real ugly. It was getting real ugly. But we're going to end up leading Roaring Moon alongside with Urshifu. And that's Water Urshifu, which isn't too bad here. I don't have Fake Out. I kind of want to Volt Switch Pivot. And I could read an Easy Detect from Urshifu. Or it could be Choice. It could definitely be Choice. Might be Choice. I might just Volt Switch Pivot. I'm thinking they want to go into like Indeedee here. So Roaring Moon's gonna, you know, Photosynthesis pop, do all its good stuff. That's fine. I have Sneasler ready to rock. I am gonna Volt Switch Pivot out into this slot. And on top of that, we are just gonna launch Close Combat into this Roaring Moon slot. So he's just gonna Protect. So a little bit of Protect action here. Wonder if you're Choice. Wonder if you're Choice Urshifu. And he's just gonna Detect and do all that stuff. So he kind of gets a read on what I want to do here. Double Protect, always a decent play, right? It can always work out well. And I think I might just do the same thing. Close Combat can do some damage, regardless of what he Terrasilize into. So yeah, you know what? I'm just do the same thing. You give me no reason not to. I'm gonna just keep this pressure right here. You give me no reason not to, unless you hard swap, which I mean there is a chance that you do. But I just think your Terror types are probably Water onto the Urshifu and maybe Steel or Poison into the Roaring Moon. Usually Roaring Moons rock Steel, but considering they're just so weak to Fairy, I mean Close Combat can just do a lot of damage regardless. So I'm with this. I like this. Let's see. I think there is a chance that they do swap into Indeedee, which is why I want to Volt Switch Pivot and just save this for later. Let's see what you got cooking here. I know they're trying to pop Tailwind. Now they're really thinking here. They're really thinking. So out comes a Terror type from them. Wonder who it's going to be. Who you got cooking here? It's going to be the Roaring Moon. Into what? Steel, maybe? No, straight Flying. So you got a Flying Terror with the Acrobatics. Okay. That's fine. So he's probably going to take out my Sneasler. If the Sneasler gets off some damage, we'll be fine here. So yeah, there goes Close Combat. Doing great damage. Not very effective. Doing half damage. We had a crit. That's why. Beautiful sight to see. My defense drops back to normal. Probably going to see an Acrobatics or maybe even a Tailwind here. Yep, there's Acrobatics. And we're going to say bye-bye to my Sneasler. Yeah. Sneasler gone. Bye-bye, Sneasler. The Sneasler's dead. Mirana, you outspeeding? You are. Volt Switch should KO. It does. Beautiful. And I can bring out my Sand Squad now. Now I can get out my Sand Squad. I could Ice Shard and potentially maybe, just maybe KO that Roaring Moon. Maybe if I go into Ice Terror here. I could Ice Terror and just look for the KO. Donphan out and about. Get out the fan. The Donphan, baby. I love Donphan. So get out that with the T-Tar. Rock Slide could obviously KO. I still have the Terror type. They still have their Restricted of Lunala, which they could bring in right now. They could definitely bring in. Now, if I had to guess, they probably have Indeedee and Lunala as their final 2 Pokemon. Terrain Control, Restricted. Makes a lot of sense. Plus, they can Expanded Force on top of that. But, I mean, I have a Dark type right here with my T-Tar, so that's pretty good. So I'm going to send out my T-Tar. Donphan looking up at the Roaring Moon. Looks so funny. And they're going to send out who? Indeedee or Lunala? Oh, no. You got Ogerpon. So no Indeedee? Probably not. I mean, it would be weird if they didn't bring it Lunala. But this is what we're sitting at. I'm ready to rock here. I honestly might just go Ice Terror and look to KO. Ice Shard. But Rock Slide's going to do the damage. Rock Slide's going to do enough. They could go into Breaking Swipe, though. We're gonna do this. They can get off a turn here. I'm not gonna Terrasilize and go for the Ice Shard. So if it does a KO, I'm kind of in a sticky situation. He ends up doing this. We are sitting fine here. I mean, both my Pokemon should be able to soak. Play Rough's gonna launch, actually. Wasn't expecting that, but luckily we were able to soak that. High horsepower launches, does great damage across the board. Rock Slide's gonna double connect. Bye-bye Roaring Moon. Bye-bye to Ogerpon. And now we're sitting in a great position where it's a 3v1. We have Miraidon in for late game. We have T-Tar. We have Donphan here. And honestly, if they want to put Donphan on 1 HP, be my guest. Be my guest. I'm just going to endeavor you down. So I like this. Donphan getting after it. play rough. I wasn't expecting to play rough. Like, wouldn't you think a grass move would have flew there? Maybe you thought it was terastallizing, but I don't mind this. Knockoff's going to launch from us. Actually, we're going to double down with knockoff. We're not playing no games here. And we're going to go from there. I could terastallize T-Tar here just to get rid of its fairy weakness because a lot of Lunalis rock Dazzling Gleam. But I'd rather just save it for my Miraidon and kind of just like pretty much lock up this match. But he's going to throw a Meteor Beam. And let's see who you're going to throw it into. It's got to be Donphan. It's got to be Donphan. Donphan's going to focus Sash up. Donphan's going to focus Sash up. No, it's going to be T-Tar. Can you soak this? Yeah. All day, baby. Light work. Knockoff. Bop. Big time damage. Knockoff again. Bop. Big time damage. Bye-bye. Donphan and T-Tar helping us bounce back here in match number 2. Love these Pokemon. Love a good old SANDSTORM squad. Really do. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're sitting 1-1. Let's go hop to our third. Moving on to our final match for today's video, and it seems like every video I go up against this dreaded top tier Miraidon team. Every single video, I'm versing it at least once. At least once at this point, but we have a team that we can actually do some damage up against these guys with, so I'm happy about it. We bounced back in match number 2. Donphan and T-Tar went crazy there. How should I play this one? I could go maybe into my Sneasler here for the lead with Miraidon, or I could just bring in my Excadrill T-Tar. Those are pretty much the 4 Pokemon that I want to bring. And honestly, maybe not. Maybe I want to bring Whimsicott here, because Whimsicott could be a solid lead. Just for Tailwind and even Light Screen purposes. Yeah, you know, we're going to go Whimsy here. Early on, Whimsy? I'm so about it. I'm all about it. So I'm going to go Whimsicott. I am going to end up going Miraidon. And I'm going to bring T-Tar and Excadrill. I'm with this. I'm with this. They got a decent amount of special attackers. Half and half. Physical, half special. But their main is a special attacker. So Light Screen could definitely be very, very clutch for us. We can also always Encore Whimsicott if we want to. Wouldn't be a bad play for us. But again, I really like this lead. I'm ready to rip it. I'm ready to get after it. Hopefully we can grab ourselves a winner back. Going up against some strong teams today. Some very strong teams. Heavy Trick Room, and now we're going up against the top tier. Probably the best Regulation G team. It's just insanely strong. And they're going to end up leading Ogerpon and Whimsy. Not too bad. Okay. I mean, from here, what's their best call? Because he's probably just going to Ivy Cudgel me. Do I go Tailwind and sacrifice my boy? Could maybe Terrasilize Whimsicott. Got a few different options here. Could go into Dark Terror, but I just still feel like we die out here. You gotta go for Tailwind. Just Draco Meteor this slot. I'm actually really, I like that. I'm gonna Draco Meteor this Ogerpon slot. Try to get rid of it, just to keep Whimsicott for another turn or two. Its Choice Spec is gonna do an absurd amount of damage. You can go for this Draco Meteor. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see if we can just send it. Just do that and then maybe get off a Light Screen. Because I would love to keep my Whimsicott without Terrastalizing. Because, like, I feel as if I go into Dark Terror type, we're still dying out the Ivy Cudgel. So, I just think it's just a waste. I think it's an absolute waste. So, I'm going to set up this Tailwind here. They might stagger their Tailwind turns here. It kind of seems like that they want to do this. Yeah, they're going to stagger the Tailwind turns. We are going to Draco Meteor, and we're just going to get rid of the Ogerpon. I'll take that all day. Seems like they want to go for a Moonblast, so go ahead. Moonblast my Miraidon. Moonblast him away. Endeavor. That's fine. I'll take that. So now we know you have Endeavor, and you're probably Focus Sash. Something we don't like is that right there. Okay. So let's see who they sent out from here. Gonna be Iron Hands, so ready to fake out. Whimsicott is Cobra Cloak, which is beautiful news. And I can always Encore the next turn, but from here we are just gonna go for a nice little Light Screen. Make sure we get that off, and I'd rather bring out Excadrill over T-Tar, because you could go for Drain Punch in this slot. There is that chance, but do you really see it happening? Not really. I see more so a fake out. So I'm just going to hard swap my T-Tar. I'm going to drop off this Light Screen, and if they go for fake out, we're just going to Encore that Iron Hands. Moonblast looking a little scary here as well, but I'd rather T-Tar take damage than my Excadrill. So there's fake out in the Whimsicott, that's fine. We got that Cobra Cloak on our hands, and we get off this Light Screen. Lovely. So Light Screen is here. He's going to rip a Moonblast. Alright, be like this. That's fine. Maybe we'll soak that with Light Screen. Special attack drop, no problem. We're physical attacking. And from here, we all know what we want to do. We all know what we want to do. We're going to Encore this puppy. No drain punching, no doing none of that. We're going to keep you in this little Encore. Let the Buffets steal some damage to you. So Encore, launching in that slot, and then from here, probably just a Rock Slide. Let's just keep chipping up some damage. Just keep chipping up some damage. So chances are their final Pokemon is Miraidon. Alright, I mean, I have the Light Screen up. I wonder if they're going to hard swap here. Hopefully not. I would rather just them keep this Iron Hands in here. And we just slowly get some damage off into this puppy. We'll see a Terror type. Who's Terrasilize? It's got to be Iron Hands. It has got to be Iron Hands. It is going to be Iron Hands. In the grass, maybe? What you got? In the water. I mean, I don't mind that. You're being Encore. You're being Encore. Little does this person know that they're being Encore here. Little do they know is that they're using Fake Out again. I love the little confetti that comes out in that move. It's like spotlights, confetti, all that good stuff. It's just hilarious. But they finally end up popping a Tailwind. Rock Slide is going to fly here. Get off some nice damage into that Whimsicott. And I'm able to make him flinch so he can't even use Fake Out again. Right now he's chilling here, Encored into Fake Out. Chances are they are going to hard swap. I think now is a good turn for us to actually send a Moonblast into this Iron Hand slot in case they want to swap. Because at that point, I get off some, I get off a nice little Moonblast damage into Miraidon. Because we know their final Pokemon's Miraidon. We know it. See, all day, all day. Easy reads on the swap. Let's see. It's got to be the Miraidon. It's got to be it. Yep. Easy reads all day. So we get off a free Moonblast. There is a chance that we do get a special attack drop, which would be beautiful. He's going to go for an Encore here. He's going to fail. Awesome. Dope. Cool. I think he went to the T-Tar slot with it. There's this, and now we're just chunking up damage. And now 2 turns of Buffets will actually finish him off. I'm going to win this match. Actually, maybe not. They got Fake Out ready to roll here again. They do have Fake Out. 1 more turns of Buffets is going to KO. Like where we're sitting here. I like where we're sitting here. And they have a Water Terra, they have a Water Terra Miraidon. Oh, not Miraidon. Water Terra Iron Hands. Okay, I can't even explain because of this. But they had a Water Terra Iron Hands, and I had Miraidon in the back end. But they're just going to Rage Quit. They're just going to Rage Quit, and we're going to take this match, no problem. Lose match number 1. We bounce back in match numbers 2 and 3 and grab ourselves a winning record. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Excadrill, T-Tar, and Donphan all in ranked Regulation G. Absolutely love this team so much. Definitely off meta pick, so I had a lot of fun with it. Miraidon, Whimsicott, and Sneasler were our meta picks, so they kind of balance out the off meta-ness of this team. But nonetheless, still a 2-1 winning record. We got dumped on in match number 1. It is what it is. Match number 2, we bounced back with Donphan, and then match number 3, we have Whimsicott, T-Tar, Excadrill, and Miraidon. Take the cake and grab ourselves that 2-1 winning record. But guys, that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy the content, don't forget to smash that like button for me. And if you're new here, click that big red subscribe button so you know when all of my videos go live. Seriously, you guys rock out. Make sure you spread spots every day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.